Hi and welcome back to my channel.
So I am back finally. Not that many people have noticed because I don't really have a lot of people watching, but I'm just saying, you know what they say, just keep going, you know, Rome wasn't built in one day, so that is what I'm going to do.
So today I decided to start off with a basic video, which is my face routine. Now, I do know that there are like a million, trillion, gazillion videos on YouTube showing how to do the face routine, but I couldn't find one that could show you how I do it, you know. So that is what I'm gonna do today. So if you would like to see how to get the basics for this face,
which, I mean, come on face, it's not bad.
if you want to see, then I suggest you continue to watch. So I'm gonna jump right into foundation. I'm gonna skip the primer for today. The foundation that I'm going to be using today is this one here, which is the Covergirl Queen All Day Flawless 3-in-1 foundation. The brush that I'm going to be using is the Sigma Flat Kabuki F80, which is this one here that probably everybody owns. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 pumps on the back of my hand, and I'm just gonna dip my brush in there, and
I'm doing this without a mirror. This is not the no mirror makeup challenge. Hold on.
So taking that and just dipping it all over my face, and I'm just gonna buff it in. Alrighty, and then I'm gonna take a little bit more and just apply it on the other side. Don't forget this part here because this is muy importante.
Don't want to look like you have a mask on, girl, because that shit ain't cute.
I just think this foundation is hella bomb because it looks so cute, and it is not shiny, which I freaking love because I hate shiny foundations, and it covers right about enough for me. But most importantly, it is matte, and I'm all about a matte foundation because I'm oily AF. Just lovely. Next up is concealer, and the one that I'm gonna be using today is the
Makeup Forever Full Cover Cream. Right, you know which one? Moving on to concealer, and the one that I'm going to be using today is the Makeup Forever Full Cover Extreme Camouflage Cream, which is this baby over here. I mean, this concealer is so bomb. Oh, hold on, where am I going? This concealer is so bomb. It is bomb.
It is super duper dry, which might not be the best thing for dry skin people. I really have oily skin in my T-zone. The rest is pretty much dry, but this one does not dry me out.
I don't look like an old lady, basically. No offense to old ladies. I love all people.
But it is super full coverage, and I don't really have to do much, which is awesome, and I just freaking love it. It
is hella expensive, by the way. I think I got this one for $34. $34 for a concealer is absurd to me. It's a damn concealer, like $34. That should be a price for a foundation, not a freaking concealer. But on the other hand, this one does have a 0.5 fluid ounces in it, which is 15 milliliters. So it is bigger than your typical concealer, but still $34. But I love it so much, so I'm probably gonna have to spend another $34 soon, because I just love it. What can you do?
So I have a little bit of a concealer on the back of my hand. I'm just gonna dip my finger in it, and I'm gonna apply it right here. I'm not gonna go all the way underneath my eyes,
because then I'm gonna have product build up underneath there. I'm just gonna go in my eyeball, and I'm gonna start tearing, and Ain't nobody got time for that, basically.
So I'm just gonna stay lower than my lower lash line or my under eye situation. And then I'm gonna blend it out with a beauty blender. And it's gonna look just fine, I promise ya. Let's do a little bit more, shall we? You're gonna have to move a little bit quickly with this concealer because, as I said, it is a little bit of a dry formula, so it dries. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna, you know, tap with my beauty blender. Just blend it out like that. I'm not dragging whatsoever, just blending. And then I'm gonna flip my beauty blender and I'm gonna go in the nooks and corners, and I'm gonna blend that concealer out. As you can maybe tell, it is already a little bit harder to blend because I pretty much waited for too long because I was rambling.
Like, this is not the type of concealer that you're going to want to put on, get a phone call, and just talk on the phone for 10 minutes and forget you have concealer on your face, because then probably you're going to have to wash it off and apply everything again because it's going to be crusty.
I'm going to apply a little bit on my forehead, like so. And then whatever is left, I'm going to put right here and right here.
I don't really do this as an actual step, but if I do have a little bit of concealer left on the back of my hand, I obviously am not going to throw it away or wipe it off, because I'm not about to wipe $34 off of the back of my hand. I'm going to use that, okay? I'm going to use every little that comes out, basically, for $34 damn dollars. Man, I can't sleep. Ridiculous. But I love it though.
After blending out the concealer, I'm going to go ahead and set it with powder. The powder that I'm going to be using today is the Laura Mercier translucent powder, which is this one here, which everybody knows, so stop.
It better be worth the money though. It better be.
The brush that I'm going to be using for this is this Real Techniques brush.
This is just life for me for underneath my eyes. I've been using this one for years. I don't ever use anything else for underneath my eyes because it is a little emotional for me. Like, my under eyes are very important to me and they have to be on freaking point. So I always use this, or I would use my beauty blender, like the pointy side, just dip it in the powder and just put it, you know. But for the most part, I just use this brush.
Before applying the powder, I'm gonna pick up my beauty blender again and just go over my under eye to make sure nothing has settled in the lines that I have underneath there.
You be like, girl, shut up with lines. I have lines, okay? I do.
So, I'm gonna blend. Gonna look up, and just apply it. And just apply a generous amount. Don't be cheap. Apply a generous amount, okay? Like so. Then, for the rest of my face, I'm not gonna be using this because basically I just think it's a little too white for me. So for the rest of my face, I'm going to be taking a compact powder. This is a powder foundation, Matte Perfection Powder Foundation. Whatever, nobody cares. For that, I'm going to take a flat kabuki brush again. This is a foundation brush. So this brush was not meant for powder, but I can just use whatever for whatever. The reason that I use this type of brush is because I want to really press the powder in my skin to make it last as long as possible. So that's why I use a foundation brush for my powder. Why the hell not, right? I'm just really pressing that powder in. Now let's see if I've done that properly, because I have a really small mirrors. Because I just broke the big one. Such an a-hole. Moving on to contouring. Alright, so for the contouring part, I'm gonna be using a face powder because I make my own rules, okay? The one that I'm gonna be using is this face powder here, which is by Black Radiance. The color that I'm using is Rich Mahogany. It is a very shadowy, taupey, darker color. I don't know, I'm gonna show you again. See if you can see this. So that's why I thought, when I saw this, I thought this was gonna be perfect as a contour color, and it was. So I went back and I got another ones.
And thank God that I did. Thank God that I did, because I broke the first one traveling back from the States to Rwanda, which sucks balls. But for now, I'm gonna be using my broken one because, girl, I'm not gonna throw it away. It is broken, but it does the same thing still, okay?
Because this powder is broken, it's gonna be a lot more pigmented than if it was still a compact. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some and just tap off the excess on the back of my hand. Then, looking at my face, the thing that I don't like is the fact that I don't really have that. So that's what I'm gonna create first.
Then, see? What the hell's that? Like, why? Why? I mean, really?
So I'm gonna hide the shit out of that too. So let's start with my cheeks. If you take your hand and if you feel, you're gonna find that you have bones, like it's hard here, and then when you go underneath, you're gonna find a little soft spot. That soft spot, that's where you need to apply your contours. So I'm just gonna take my brush and I'm just gonna put it on there, and I'm gonna concentrate the most color right here, not go any further. The most color should be right there. See that? It's magic. So blendy blend. Then with whatever you have left on your brush, you're gonna drag down, and that's where you can do the fish. Like that. And just have a very natural contour. If this is you, then be you. That's not me though. I have an inner drag queen. So I'm just gonna take a little bit more. And I'm gonna carve out my cheeks. Basically, you want this part here to be sharp, razor sharp. And then this part here can be blended, okay? So you can go up, you can definitely not go down, okay? So you can go like this, and then from here, you can drag up to blend, like that, but don't go down, okay? I'm gonna do the same thing with the other side. Blend up a little bit. But don't blend down. Ever in life, okay? Promise.
Then, taking a little bit more, and just go right on that baby over there and just tell her goodbye, for now. Nobody likes you, go away. Leave me alone.
Taking a little bit more, I'm just gonna go on my forehead, not really contour, but just darken those edges a little bit to make the transition from foundation to hairline a little bit more natural.
This is contouring without the baking. Now, if you want this part to be razor sharp, like seriously cut somebody, you're gonna have to bake.
To bake, I'm gonna take this triangle sponge. This is like the cheapest thing of life. And I'm gonna take that Laura Mercier powder again. I'm gonna take that powder on the sponge, and I'm just gonna go right here underneath that contour. I'm gonna put it and just drag down. Another guideline is my lower lip, like my corner there. See? Like that. So your guideline on this part is your ear, basically. And then from here.
And it does not have to be completely even, because life is not even. You have one arm is longer than the other, one titty is bigger than the other, one butt cheek is bigger than the other, so stop.
Then I'm gonna put whatever is left on that sponge underneath my eyes. And take a little bit more and put it on my forehead. I'll look pretty crazy, which I am, so I don't mind. So now what you're gonna wanna do is just let this sit for a couple of minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows off camera because a brow video is gonna be coming very soon. We'll be right back. So as you can see, I'm back and my eyebrows are snatched. So now I'm gonna move on to blush, but before I go to blush, I'm gonna wipe away the excess powder that I have underneath my eyes. And the brush that I'm gonna be using for that is this one by Real Techniques, and this is the metal, bold metal. This is 100. I'm just gonna take that and just wipe away the excess powder underneath my eyeballs. So now I'm gonna take my blush. The one that I'm gonna be using today is this Milani powder blush, number 11, Blossomtime Rose. It is such a pretty rose. Oh my gosh, so pretty. To apply, I'm gonna take this angled Beige Cosmetics blush brush. Just smile a little bit. I'm just gonna put it on the apples of my cheeks. Not gonna drag. I'm just tapping it up a little bit.
I am not really a blush type of girl, so I like my blush to be very, very neutral. I just rather, you know, smear my face with bronzer and contour instead of blush. It's just me, what can you do?
So now I'm gonna take the same Real Techniques brush and I'm gonna finally wipe away the excess powder underneath my contour. And that just gives me a nice clean line.
So now, for the favorite part of life, basically, is highlighting. Highlighting is so near and dear to my heart. It just makes me happy when I'm sad. It makes me smile when I'm angry. It just makes my tears dry up when I'm crying. I'm just kidding.
Today, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. I think I will be taking Moonstone, which is this color over here. I'm going to take that with a, I believe this was the setting brush. Yes, this is the Real Techniques setting brush. I'm just going to take that color Moonstone and blind you, basically. This is where I like to apply it. Can you see that? Oh my god. Oh my god. I like to take it up almost underneath my eye and just drag it up. So beautiful. And when I smile, it's very important because that's what's gonna make it appear when you look straight into the camera. And also when you tilt your head a little bit. Oh. Yes. Yes. Never disappoints. Never disappoints. Then I'm gonna blend that highlight out just a little bit, okay, for me at least. For that I'm gonna take the Real Techniques blush brush and I'm just gonna make the edges a little softer, if you know what I mean. taking whatever is left on the highlight brush, the brush that I use to highlight, I'm going to take that and just put on the tip of my nose. Hello, tip of the nose. And Cupid's bow. And one more thing. You see how fake my mold looks now? My beauty spot thingy. So I'm just gonna take a Q-tip and I'm just gonna clean that up. So now it looks authentic, which it is. So that is it for this video. I hope it was helpful to some of you. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, then please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have anything nice to say, and if you have any ideas for future videos, things that you would like to see, that all is very welcome.
Also, if you would like to get notified that was so perfect. Shit. Dang.
Also, if you would like to be up to date with all the videos that I post, then please subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye.